4 individuals sharing time: Laura Schwartz, Lindsay Menar, Jacqueline Atkinson, and Stacia de los Reyes. And then it looks like David Ross also will follow that group.
We'll put 3 minutes on the clock, and you can manage your time yourselves, okay?
Great, thank you. So my comments today are for Councilmember Marti Emerald. You've done the women of San Diego a disservice. We feel we should be able to count on you to stand up for the women of San Diego. How are professional women that have business before the city supposed to be effective? They aren't even allowed to talk to the mayor without supervision, for fear that he might act inappropriately and cause the city to be further liable for his actions. How are his actions courageous? How are you standing up for us? Can you please stop defending him and protecting him? We need you to show your leadership on this. We need you to stand up for us.
Good morning, and thank you so much for allowing me to address the council today. It can be difficult to come down and speak with you all, but in light of recent events, I felt it necessary to do so. Councilmember Emerald, I'm very concerned and disappointed with your recent support of the mayor and commending his, quote, courage. As a woman who has moved up in my job based on my own merit and my ability, I'm offended to see another woman defend the mayor's behavior while he's still in the job. Councilmember Emerald, I strongly urge you to join local leaders, our county, the state, and now national support to ask for the mayor's resignation rather than reward his excuses. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to address Ms. Emerald today, or rather address her total disregard and lack of moral courage for the rights of women in the workplace. Ma'am, your refusal to speak out publicly against the mayor while he refuses to take responsibility for his inappropriate actions is concerning. Several women have been victimized, and your silence only encourages these inappropriate behaviors. I'm asking you today as a concerned citizen, a businesswoman of this city, and a Marine Corps combat veteran, please do the right thing.
As a young woman growing up in this city, I often looked to you, Ms. Emerald, as a role model, as someone who, as a professional woman, inspired those of us to have a career and know that we can make a difference in this city. I realize our city is in a very tough time right now, and as a criminal defense attorney, I strongly believe in the presumption of innocent until proven guilty. But we have a situation here where the leader of our city has acknowledged his wrongdoing and admitted that he has victimized women. It has put all of us in the city in a very tough position, and we are asking you today, as a woman and as a leader, to help us take our city back and ask Mayor Filner to resign so that we can move forward. Thank you.
David Ross.
And ladies, right after non-agenda, I have prepared a statement, so you may want to wait on that. And I appreciate your coming forward.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having me here. My name is David Ross, and I work with, as an advocate for people in the city, any part of the city, especially in the east side and in the barrio, who are homeless and have the usual, unfortunately, the stereotypical problems of people on the street, and also some very unusual problems. And I also work with veterans. I'm not going to speak about this other stuff because y'all can handle that. That's way above my pay grade. So I'm still concerned about the people on the street. I'm out at the tent every night, the homeless tent on 16th and Newton Street, which is down by the barrio. We have 300 people that live in there at night, have to be in at 8 o'clock. I'm out there every night passing out water. We don't have any water in there, so we pass out bottled water. And on a normal night, Marty, I turn away probably 30 or 40 people who look very much like you without the suits. Ooh, that's kind of graphic. Sorry, Todd. But for for a lack of circumstances, or some circumstances didn't quite work, and I'm from the ghettos of Detroit, so I know how that works. And I turn them away at 10 o'clock at night to go underneath the bridges and underneath the underpasses because they can't get in the tent, which further expands the need for that tent. I go then to the vet tent. They have to be a bed check at 8 o'clock at night. If they're not at their bunk, they're out. So I got veterans laying all over the Midway area and Rosecrans who are dysfunctional for the most part. And I'd say that if they're there at night. I go there every night. There's 300 of them there in various degrees of dysfunction. PTSD, Agent Orange, missing arms, missing legs, missing families, missing life, missing the things that they had when they went to war for us. I went to the Korean War when I was 15. I weighed about 12 pounds and snuck in there. And I know what it's like to be there. And I know what it's like to come home and not be too much appreciated. And I beg of you to continue these tents, which I know they will through the year. But as we're focusing on this other Jerry Springer thing that we're into, which we all get into, please don't forget about the people on the streets. This city has to continue to function, Mr. President. And it can't function, and I don't say this with any braggadocio. I used to run dealerships for Mercedes-Benz. You can't have a dealership without a president or a general manager. It'll go all over the place. Nobody knows how to make a decision and can't. So please, as we're doing the other, please let us concern ourselves about the 4,000 vets and homeless that are out there and do what we can. Thank you, and thank you guys for all your efforts. You got a hell of a job to do. I wouldn't want to have it, okay?
That concludes the non-agenda public comment this morning.
Thank you all who came down this morning to speak with the council. We'll turn and ask if there's any mayor, council, city attorney, independent budget analyst, or city clerk comment. Ms. Emerald.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the couple of minutes you're affording me here. I'm just back in San Diego a couple of days ago after spending 3 weeks at the Harvard Kennedy School of Government in leadership training. The time and distance away from San Diego has allowed me to have perspective outside the center of the storm which has engulfed our city. That time and perspective have allowed me the opportunity to absorb the magnitude of the situation, the breadth and the depth of the hurt and the harm that has been done to so many women by our mayor. Today I have a simple but serious request. My request is that the mayor takes his time out and spends 2 weeks in thought and therapy, that he reaches into his heart and he makes a connection with the pain and the disgrace that he has brought upon so many women. I also hope that he makes a connection with God and asks for forgiveness and for the spiritual strength and courage to do what he needs to do to end this horrible situation. I do not believe it is my place to be the judge or the jury for our mayor, but I do know it is my place as an elected woman and as a community leader to stand up and speak out on behalf of those who have been harmed and stand with them, every woman, in solidarity. I know not what decision this mayor will make, but I do know that the responsibility and the consequences for his decisions rest solely with him and on him. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. If there are no additional comments, we'll go to our discussion agenda. Clerk, would you please introduce item 330?
Yes.